Well, clearly what's going to happen now for the next 45 minutes, just for the benefit of those who are unaware, Graham is at Glastonbury. He's the only one of the three of us who got tickets. So off he's gone. He is kind of rubbing it in our faces a little bit in the DMs.
Massively. Too much.
So I feel the least that we could do, Tan, is, use this opportunity that we have now to, even score a little bit, maybe.
Roast the bitch. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, mind you, me and you did on the year that he paid for tickets get our own guesties. So I feel at the same time, like it would be nicer if we were there with him, because he's a lot of fun at parties, Graham.
Yes, yeah. I'm not saying he's got no good points. I'm saying he's a lovely guy, but also he is at Glastonbury and he does have a comp ticket, and I'm insanely jealous. So,
Good for him. Good for him. I don't even know who's playing. I've kind of kept out of the loop with that a bit. I would have been gutted. I don't know, done whatever I could to get there if, say, like Run the Jewels or something was playing. Like, I'd have been really angry if that had happened. But they're doing their tour with Wu-Tang in L'America at the moment, a place that you and I are never ever going to be allowed back into, ever, until Trump goes.
Just rounded up, detained, thrown down to El Salvador.
Do you know who's playing Glastonbury?
Rod Stewart is the big name.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
Alanis
him.
Morissette is playing.
Nah.
Who else is playing? I probably should know, but I guess it's like when you know that you're not going to something like that, you almost don't want to expose yourself to the lineup, so you'd just feel more depressed, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I saw the lineup and I wasn't kind of like sitting there thinking, not going to get a chance. So I'm not overly upset about it. Plus, I don't think I've got the mental and physical endurance that's required to do it, because it is just pissed hiking.
You got to be in at least some sort of, I was about to say you got to be in reasonably good physical shape, but last time you and I went, you were not in good physical shape. You'd broken your fucking back or something, but you still went like a trooper.
Which I only discovered afterwards, a herniated disc.
Yeah.
And one of my sockets had popped out, and I was wearing a back brace, so poor Aid had to basically ferry me like an elderly, and make concessions for that. But no one, like, I tell you what, no one goes harder than someone that's got a weekend off from the kids. And you were tons of fun.
This is the thing, is sometimes there is a bit of a paradox to parenthood where you think, they've got kids, so they'll probably wind it down now. And you do, because you've got to be a bit responsible. In life generally, but then when you clock out, if you got like 3 or 4 days off and you can afford the hangover the next morning and the recovery time, and then I think parents go harder.
You don't have any choice at Glastonbury, because like what you're battling is a kind of trifecta. It's the endurance of the walking, it's the heat, and it's the fact that you're just having to drink days in a row over your hangover. So you kind of like get an insight into what it's probably like to be an alcoholic, because you have to just keep drinking, as they say in Shaun of the Dead. That's what you should do tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like you sort of wake up in the morning at like, and 10, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. You could reasonably, at a festival, just crack open a cider, couldn't you?
And because you're obviously sleep deprived as a father, I don't think it even massively affected you. You were just like, this isn't that different from my normal schedule.
Yeah, and that was like in the throes of it as well. Like, my daughter didn't start sleeping through the night until she was near on 3, which is absolutely outrageous.
5. That is outrageous.
So like if any, I probably slept more at Glastonbury than I would have done at home. So.
But it was dangerous sleeping. I think I had to cover you with a bit of tarpaulin at one point, because you were like laid flat out in front of the tent, and there was me kind of like taking a picture like Guantanamo baying you, like, hey. And your phone nearly exploded from the heat because it was so hot. I mean, if you pull an all-nighter at Glastonbury. Like, you've got no shot at this time of year because it starts getting light at like 3:30.
Yeah.
So you're like,
well, and also there's always pissed up people like round the corner. So if you try to get a good night's sleep early, there'll be like revelers, out getting smashed revelers, until like 3-4 o'clock, and then if you go to bed at 3 or 4 o'clock, the heat start I think it's supposed to be 30 degrees this weekend, isn't it? Imagine that shit.
It's a bad one. I mean, they were saying when we were there that year that it was only like 24, but the problem is at Glasgow, because you're in a valley and it's either kind of like extreme heat in a dust bowl or it's like rain, you don't really get, I don't think it's going to be a wetty. I think they're going to get a bit of a reprieve, which will stave off the heat stroke.
Yeah.
But I got, I think, a touch of heat stroke just from gardening in 30-degree heat the other day. So I was thinking, God, I would die at Glastonbury this year. Because the heat, there's no shade anywhere, like none.
It's tricky, isn't it? Like I remember double dropping a couple of pills with my friend watching the England game. It was one year when like the Euros semi-finals was coinciding with Glastonbury, and they had a big screen up. And so everybody went out into this field, no shade. It was like 27, 28 degrees out there. And all we had was like ciders with us to, to stay hydrated. And then my friend looked at me and he was like, there's no music playing in this field. It's just football playing and people like cheering. And my mate looks at me and goes like, should we do a pill? I was like, yeah, all right, fuck it. Why not? So it's just like these two idiots stood in a football field, a silent, like musicless football field, both go like,
oh my God,
great fun.
That is a mad idea.
Just another video with Adrian Thompson.